Guys, we're here today with a lady we're going to do an interview with. Her name's Kim, but she's going by Kimothy. How
Part
are
of
you?
it.
How are you doing today?
I'm good, actually. I've had a good day. I actually went into town and took care of some business. So I always like it when my garbage is all gone and my water's all full.
That
Today's
helps.
a good day. Makes it a good day. And okay, so
So you're living out here, right? Like we
living,
are.
living.
Okay.
Yes,
Just like we are.
yes.
And how long?
I started in February when I started to go. I had a niece in Idaho who was passing away. That started it. So I got up to Idaho. She did pass, but 25 minutes. I made it by 25 minutes before she did. And then I went on to Illinois on the Indiana border to Park Forest to see my sister. Because she and I, aren't always that close, but she's passing too. So I stopped to see her. And that time I just drove because I felt like I had a deadline. But once that was over and I left again, just on my own, just Hound and I don't hurry. I don't have a schedule. I don't have an agenda. I mean, I had to be here by the 11th. I got here in November.
Well,
So,
what you was taught in the society world has left. Now you're in no hurry for anything.
no,
Yeah.
exactly. The stress has gone down a lot, which is something huge for me because, yeah, I have a little bit of a social thing, but I think a lot of the people out here do, and they're all so nice. Everybody out here is so freaking friendly.
Yeah, I think most people who decide to live this way
Hmm.
have a little bit of a standoffishness about them. But when you come here,
And they know
it's
you're
like,
one of them. Yes.
yeah, it's like everyone opens up to everyone. It's like a big camaraderie.
I know. It's very nice. It's nice to get phone numbers and stuff. That's another thing that I consider important for a woman to do is make contacts. Have phone numbers so you can call people that are in the tribe and ask them for help if you have the nerve. It's, I
Yeah.
have asking for help isn't that easy for a lot of people,
Oh, no,
including
no. For
women.
most people, it's not unless
Yeah.
maybe a bum, but
Yeah, yeah, and they don't really need it. They probably drive a Cadillac. I'm teasing.
So, what are
It's
you
a,
living in?
I'm living in my Dodge Caravan. Her name's Boo. She's Baby Boo because she came after my Chevy GMC Suburban, and she was Baby. So this is Boo. She's a 2000. She had 90,000 miles on her when I got her. She has a 3.0 liter engine. Just a basic soccer mom van. It's not even a cargo, not even one of the grand ones that have the seats that fold in. It's That's what you see. And so the first thing I did was take it, and when I decided I'm doing it, when I got back from Illinois, I ripped out all the seats and donated them. No turning back. I'm going. So you know. So then we built this bed, and so I could sleep. And my first plan was to put the big totes under there and be able to slide them out. That doesn't work out because I didn't get it, and the snags on the carpets and stuff. Plus, don't have any kind of an aisle yet. I'm working on that. I will have one. And but it comes in great. It goes all the way up to the back seat, to back of the
Lots
front
of
seat.
storage.
10 gallons of water, all my utensils, all kinds of stuff. Lots of toilet paper, cleaning stuff, and this, of course, is everybody's favorite friend in the middle of the night. And I also, my second favorite thing besides my headlamp, where did I put it? Baby wipes.
Yes,
I
baby wipes.
love
Baby wipes. And this right here is alcohol. And I spray it on my hands or whatever, especially if I've been around that. I spray it after I use it every time, just
See,
in
we
case.
have our vinegar water like that, and we wash our dishes in
So,
Yeah, see, I didn't have vinegar, so I had alcohol, so I used it instead.
it.
Yeah.
is there a privacy issue with the toilet?
Then it's a good thing I lost weight. I was like quite a bit heavier when I left, and I've lost weight, so I actually can fit in there. I pull this down, and there's nothing out that way. Thank you, God. And and so then I don't need much room. And I can actually do it without getting out of bed. I don't have to come out of the van and open this or anything. I can, but don't wait until you really have to go, because it takes a minute. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm old enough now where you don't want to do that.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
And you showed us a little device that would jump your car and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Those are my cheap little things that don't work right because I can't fold them up. All right, this is my baby. It'll start my car. It's a flashlight. I gotta turn it on. And see, when all 4 lights, it's 100% charged. And so if I took the cables out of the case that came with it, it's so cool. I just love this thing. So I was going to try and get a battery, and I just didn't know what one to get and all that. So it has its own cables right here.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And then, so I plug that into here,
Mm-hmm.
and I hook it up to my car, and push that button with my car turned on, and it'll jump start it if it isn't completely dead.
Okay, and that's called a Viking Compact Power Pack.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It was $75. I got it at Harbor Freight. It works great. Harbor Freight usually scares me because you never can tell.
Right.
But they were really nice to me there. That's the one in McKinleyville, California. And this is my 400 watt inverter, so that it has a fuse in it, so I won't blow anything like my fridge or something.
Right.
So when I'm driving, all I have to do is plug this into this back here. I'm so glad that's there. I didn't even know until this all started. I was like, hey. And then I just use the connector for it, this one here.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes into the in. And I just set it there and drive around to go do my things, my shopping, my laundry, whatever. And that charges it. It's very, very cool. That's my only source of real power because, oh, I didn't tell you my Dodge Caravan, my 2000 Dodge Caravan.
Mm-hmm.
I lifted the hood because just to do maintenance on it or just to do the checking. Well, it's an '09 battery.
What? Wow.
Yeah, and it starts all the time. It kind of dogged out one time, so I, didn't think much of it. But now that I'm charging off of it, it, started to kind of like lug a bit. It didn't want to start, and so I looked at it and went, oh. So I'm waiting. Another thing about being a female is lifting that out of there, getting it out of there, taking it to the place so I can get my cord charge, and then getting a new one and putting it back in. It's the weight. They're heavy. So that's my hold up there. A friend of mine is going to go with me to Parker, but see if what they
Who's your
have.
friend up there that travels with you?
That is my boy. That is the boy. Everybody loves him. I'm not Kim. I'm Hound's mom, and this is Hound. This is my daughter's favorite brother, and my granddaughter's favorite uncle. And, well, both my granddaughters now. Another favorite thing I have is the netting. I would like to get the real ones. That's just the piece that came in, like, the back of your car. And that's a great idea. I saw that online, and then I thought, where would I put it? But, yeah, it comes in handy. You can stuff a lot of stuff in there. And the way I cook is that I keep my coffee, tea, peanut butter, my coffee, and I use this.
Oh, we have one. That's like the handiest thing.
And I just make a cup. I don't need, and my cup's a little big, so I get plenty. And so I just use whatever to heat that. And then right now what I'm using is the propane.
Well, let's walk up there and take a look.
Yeah, you gotta see that. And see, so this base has fins that come out, so that when I set it in here on my cutting board,
More stable.
it's much more stable.
That's
So
very
I'm
nice.
not afraid to use it in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I never ever leave it in there.
No, I wouldn't either.
No. So, and I always take it apart each time because it could leak, and I don't have my CO2 sensor yet. I highly recommend get a CO2 sensor. Definitely, because I plan on
we
doing.
need to do that too.
Yes, because I might start out with regular water batteries type things, so you have to, do maintenance on them,
Mm-hmm.
just because I can get bigger, stronger, cheaper for now until I get something else. And then
And your storage over here where your totes is,
this
I find that fascinating how you
Put the dog
used
bed on top.
all the space possible and made the dog bed on top of it. That's
Yes.
that's where you use
He has a
more storage, huh?
yes, exactly. It's my bedding and my
Clothing.
clothing, and there's some other stuff in there, but he has a Serta Posturepedic bed. Yeah, it's rough for him. That and his Eddie Bauer pillow. Yeah. But she's been awesome. I really do. I get frustrated though. I do. I get, what the hell am I doing? You know? I hate all these people being so close, but they're all so freaking nice. So I can't just up and leave saying screw you people. And but it only thing is the lack of being able to stand up and have a little aisle. As soon as I can take out the sides, that's going to add like this much on each side.
So you're going to do more building on it.
I'm going to gut it, then build.
Yeah.
I didn't think about gutting it because I was worried about the electrical and I don't want to lose that outlet. But you can buy those and put them in, or just put that one back in. So
Now, do you think that eventually you'd like to get into something bigger? Or?
yeah, not too big, like maybe a 15, 16 foot Class C maybe, but I prefer the van high tops just for the mileage.
Like the one we have.
Yeah, just for the mileage. I don't want to lose my mileage, but I do like the little light trailers.
Oh, yeah, like the little casita.
Yeah. Yeah. But, okay, one of the big reasons, on top of the fact that I love traveling around and I love camping, I love the outdoors, is that I got put on disability, and the amount they gave me, being the wife, you don't get as much as the men half the time. The husbands usually make more, so they have more.
We find this story a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I'm divorced, and so it's a pretty common thing. But I couldn't afford to even rent a room really over on the coast for that amount of money, and still be able to eat and stuff. I barely got by. Now I can take him to the vet if I need to. I can take him to the veterinarian if I need to. I got him vitamins and medicine for his hips that I couldn't afford before because every penny went everywhere. I couldn't afford to get tires for my car. I couldn't afford to get the tune-up. So I never went back into a house after February because I could use the money to get my car as safe as possible for my new life. Absolutely, I love the new life out here. I didn't think the desert grows on you. Ehrenberg didn't really grow on me so much. It's kind of dusty, but this is very nice. And my way of coping with the big crowd, I don't know about other women, is I point that way and I don't look. They aren't there. But, as far as you had a question?
Oh, yeah. What kind of advice do you have for any other women that think that they would like to get into this?
But are
or
too
may need
scared
to?
or
Well, if you're scared, you might as well be scared and living. That's what I finally told myself. I want to actually live before I die. I'm scared all the time anyway. I'm going to do it behind the wheel of my van. And I'm going to go meet Bob and Carolyn and all their friends down at the RTR. And I canceled all my appointments. Everybody says, oh no. And I go, I'm going. We had a snowstorm. I'm out of here. So, and women, I agree with another woman I heard that it would be good to have a vehicle where you can get straight out of bed if there's danger and get into the driver's seat and just go.
Right.
That's why I'm getting rid of the tent, any excess things that I can't fit.
Right.
But part of me doesn't want to put a lot of money into her. So women might want to think of that. If they have something this small, they could do this to get by, but they could save their money then and get what they want. That's, to me, take what you've got, use it, and just go. You can always go home if you change your mind.
have you ever been bothered out here?
Nope. I have never had one problem, and I camp by myself normally. This is not normal for me to camp with other people.
To me,
I'm a loner.
the more people, the more I'm actually weary because it's the humans that not the animals.
No.
Yeah.
I was like, I know everyone by their dog. Oh, hi, baby. Oh, me too. So, then that's because of him, huh? Everybody likes him, even the dogs, the cats. I've met a couple people that have cats they travel with,
Oh yeah.
and Hound gets along with them. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do without him. He's
Buster
my
loves
rescue that
cats,
rescued
but they
me.
don't like him.
Oh, gotcha. Was done taking care of my kids. I didn't want to raise my grandkids. I just wanted to be free, finally. I was 56 years old and I had never been free.
Do you
Ever.
feel free now?
I was the daughter. I'm working on it. It's amazing because I'm here for that healing that you hear about. Because I need a lot of emotional and spiritual healing because of...
The freedom has to start in here.
Yes, exactly. You have to
And
give
then
yourself
you can
permission.
feel more free. Yes.
Yes.
So much for talking with us today and sharing your story. And I hope you keep this up because it's a great life. I love it out here.
It is. It's an amazing thing. I thought I'd be more afraid, but I'm not. You know, I'd spent 2 years in my bedroom, and I'm out here. And it's all through just wanting to be better. I want it. I know. And then people like you who do these videos show me that I can. And I am so grateful to you all for doing that. Because I would never have gotten the nerve to do it on my own. But knowing there's other people out there that, you know, are like me, that's pretty nice. Because, you know, I've been the odd duck my whole life, so no offense, that makes you guys all odd ducks too, right?
Oh,
'Cause
very
we all
I'd
belong.
rather be the odd duck than the
Yeah.
duck
wooden
that's in
carved
that
out.
is
I'm not the
surrounded.
duck,
You know.
I'm just the quack.
But yeah, so I'm really grateful you guys did this, and I'm glad you got me to get over my fear of doing it, and it wasn't that bad at all.